It was really the Wild West here when the evacuation orders were coming in. And there were some people that made the news with the guy in Tampa Bay that didn't want to get off his boat and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Lieutenant Dan.
Not everybody required guests to evacuate, even when they were in mandatory evacuation zones. I mean, what's proper stance? If I'm in evacuation zone, I am Gulf front, and I tell somebody, no worries, you're fine, ride out the storm.
Yeah, you put yourself in a admission of guilt, more or less. And so negligence on the homeowner is never covered on a liability side. So I am the host of a vacation rental. My neighbor calls me and says that my guests are being unruly, and I happen to drive over there and have a conversation with them, and that conversation turns sour, and I then assault my guest. Well, assault and battery is not excluded from our coverage, but the negligence of the homeowner is. And so I intended to create injury when I decided to hit that person. If you tell your guest, hey, don't worry about it, my home's hurricane rated, you're fine, just go up to the second story in case it floods, and then they become injured, or there's loss of life, I highly, highly doubt insurance is going to respond to that because you put that on yourself. My recommendation in that sense would be, if there's a mandatory evacuation order, to always follow that and tell your guest, you need to get out of here. And if they decide not to get out and then become injured and name you in a lawsuit, there's not an exclusion around the negligence side.